I first met Joey in the Pork Leadership Carolina class. We were the inaugural class, and so we all got to know each other first time, everything. And I was really impressed with Joey's passion for the industry. He's new, he brings a fresh perspective, and I do think that in the future he's going to be a very strong advocate for the pork industry.
I don't know that there's anything that's maybe different that I'm bringing in. I think the one thing that I bring in is kind of a passion that's not like for lack of better terms, a generational passion. You know, I kind of formed this passion on my own and fell in love with the industry. And so, I think there's just a kind of a drive to do this for myself instead of, potentially doing it for somebody else or because that's just what, like as a family, that's like what we do. So I don't know that there's one thing that I do a lot different. It's just the fact that I really enjoy it. I love it. And that's just kind of what's kept me going. So I wouldn't say that I was comfortable being a voice or even being a person that's very outspoken. But I think that I think when you find a passion for an industry and what you love to do, and there's like I said, the outside, there's some forces that are kind of against you and not wanting you to even be in business, I think you have to speak up and you have to kind of make your story heard, and if you end up having to be that voice, then you end up having to be that voice. So the Pork Leadership was great. That was like I had applied for the PLI, which is like the National Leadership Institute with the Pork Producers Council, and I think it's like 2 people from North Carolina get to go do that. So that was kind of a far stretch. Like I said, I was relatively new, but I decided to take a chance, and then I got involved in this program, and it was, basically the same thing. Got to come up to Raleigh and then, kind of meet with legislators, and that was cool. And then we went to D.C., and so it was a really eye-opening experience on the policy side, the legal side of everything, and the work that goes in here at North Carolina Pork Council to allow us to continue to operate. It's a whole different side that you're kind of shadowed from when you're on the hog farm every day. So again, I was just trying to get kind of more involved and more, going all in the industry, the ag in general. And so I'd reached out to a couple of different people and ended up getting involved in establishing a tri-county farm bureau, Young Farmers and Ranchers in Cumberland County, Harnett, and Sampson County. And then that led me to get involved on the Cumberland County Board of the Farm Bureau, and so I've been doing that, I guess, for a few months now as well. Oh yeah, very, very supportive. I went to some conferences in Iowa. I went to a conference in Iowa and a conference in Nebraska, and showed up not knowing anybody and relatively little experience in the industry at that time, and it's kind of, you're treated just like you've been in the industry forever. There's no like, oh, this is the new guy, and he doesn't know anybody or whatever, and so that's been huge. The people in the industry, with the Pork Leadership class in North Carolina here, and again, you kind of get in a room with the people that have been doing this a long time. Their families, they grew up in this, and I didn't. I a completely different route, and so to be kind of welcomed in that way was huge for me. And again, it's like I said, I fell in love with the pigs on the farm, but the industry was getting outside the farm and doing other things. Is really where I got my passion for the industry.